Welcome back to the Jenny McCarthy Show. I'm Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg. We talked about earlier in Celebrity Dirt about the big news. If you're a housewife lover, you might be heartbroken or you might be happy, depending on whose team you're on. Bethenny Frankel announcing that she's leaving the Real Housewives of New York. I wanted to get one person only. I don't know if he's on the line yet. You have to tell me.
I'm
yes.
here, Jenny.
I said I need Michael Rapaport this morning. I was like, I need him. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for calling in.
How are you, Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg?
I'm good. I adore you, Michael Rapaport.
Well, listen, I got to be honest. I'll just take my own cue. I know why you called me.
Yep.
And I have a lot to say. I'm going to be honest. Bethenny Frankel leaving the Housewives, to me, it felt like a little bit of a death. The character of Behtenny on The Real Housewives leaving, that breaks my heart. Now, Bethenny Frankel, the real person, I wish her nothing but luck, love, success. She's a mother. She does a lot of great things. But the selfish fan, and I consider Real Housewives of New York, I'll be honest, my favorite show on television. And I'm not being cute or funny.
No, I get it. I think it's the best franchise out of all of them.
Oh, no doubt. And last season, in my opinion, my humble opinion, was the greatest collective season of any Housewives show ever. So to have the focal point, she's the star. She's the Michael Jordan of Real Housewives.
She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. We all think so.
And to have her leave after, in my opinion, the greatest season of Housewives ever is very Jordan-esque. Remember, Jordan left after he won his sixth championship. But, again, I could give her all the accolades and shower her with the accolades. Today, less than 24 hours after hearing the devastating news, it is like a death to me and to the fans of the show. Again, I separate church and state. I separate Bethenny from the show to real life, so I wish her nothing but luck.
But what's going to happen to the show, Michael? Is the show going to be able to continue? Can New York survive this?
New York can survive it. You know, the Real Housewives of New York will go on forever. The great Andy Cohen, the maestro, he will figure out who to insert. Maybe we bring in Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg. Maybe we don't. I'm just putting it out there.
Maybe we bring in Michael Rapaport.
Listen, Jenny, I'm not thinking straight. I didn't sleep well after finding out this news, and it came late in the afternoon. So I'm just spitballing things here. But it'll survive. The rest of the ladies are fun. They'll bring in two other people. Bethenny left before. The show survived.
It did.
I want her to do all the things she wants to do personally. In my humble opinion, I'm going to go out on the record here and say this, and again, I state, in my humble opinion, at some point, Bethenny Frankel will return to the Housewives.
I agree.
I'm not saying she. So I think as much as it probably at this point drives her a little nuts, I think she loves it. I think she loves the rest of the ladies. I think I think she knows in her heart that it was the launching point for so many things. And I think she'll be back, whether it's a season, 2 seasons, and even 3 seasons. I could say this, Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg, I ain't going anywhere. Okay, I ain't going anywhere. So I
You're
never
still
turn
in.
the show off. I never will turn the show off, Miss McCarthy Wahlberg.
That's why you're the perfect person to talk to.
I'm sorry?
That's why you're the perfect person for this perspective, because I know how much you loved the show and I know how much you loved Bethenny. So I might be overthinking this, but do you think there was an ulterior motive besides what she said as to why she's leaving? Do you? No.
No, I hate to interrupt you. I know where you're going with the questions. And not to say that these aren't fantastic questions, Miss McCarthy Wahlberg. But I just have to say, no, I think she's got a lot going on. And as she said last year on the show when she was being driven around with her new driver, we don't know what happened to the previous driver. He was a great character. I don't want to get too much into her business. But as she was driven around, she said, I need to let some air out of the tires. She said that with tears in her eyes. And I feel like her personally, this is her letting some air out of the tires. She has a lot going on. She's a single mom with a dysfunctional ex-husband, and it's time to let a little bit of air out of the tires. And I think, listen, I'm in an emotional state, Bethenny, Jenny McCarthy. This whole thing's brought out a lot of emotion. So I said what I said. I'm sticking to what I said, and I'm just trying to make it through today. It's just a day at a time at this point.
I get it. You're gonna have to maybe talk to someone else after this to get back to ground level. But I got to ask you, because your perspective on Housewives is so amazing. I've noticed even with Beverly Hills and some other franchises, the girls are becoming very self-aware. They're very cautious. They're creating their storylines, and they're not authentic. And I feel like this franchise might be losing that authenticity. New York always, I think, sustained it, but the other ones are a little bit iffy. There's been rumors going around that maybe the show's closing up, the franchises are going to be winding down. Do you believe that at all?
No, I don't accept that at all. I don't accept that at all. I don't know what franchise you're speaking of. Beverly Hills will be fine. And I look at my housewives like this. I don't want any of them to be totally kosher and clean. And I like them to have kinks and flaws. So when you throw in a Camille every other episode, or for the last 4 or 5 episodes, and she comes in for 2 of the 3 reunion episodes, this goes a long way. Okay, so I don't know what you're insinuating. I don't like where you're going, to be honest with you. I don't like what you're trying.
I'm speaking on behalf, Michael. I'm speaking on behalf of what I've been
you're a morning
hearing.
news person. I know you might be trying to break news. I don't like where you're going. I'm going to be honest with you. I've known you for a long time. I know your husband is a great guy. I don't like where you're going with it.
I want it. It's my crack too. I love it.
Okay, but I can't deal with Bethenny leaving the show and then you saying maybe a franchise. Do you know something that you want to get off your chest? I mean, you're in the know. Do you have something
the only
to say?
thing I'm only in the know of, Michael, you know what it is? I've been reading so many people's comments, and then the people that have texted me, my phone blew up like I've never seen it before. I thought something major, tragic happened. Of course, you would say this is tragic, but I thought it was, someone died. It was blowing up my phone, but people saying like, oh, this is the end. This is the end of all the franchises.
No.
And I'm saying, no, it's not. I don't think it's the
Block
end.
those people. That's crazy. It's not the end. Listen.
Sorry, Mom, you're blocked.
In all seriousness, that's the beauty of the show. And that's the beauty of all these shows. And I talk about this all the time. Like, sometimes some episodes will be better than other episodes. Some characters are more interesting than other characters. But the show will keep going. Luann, she ain't getting off that cabaret stage anytime soon. Jenny, okay? Ramona's going to be Ramona. Sona's going to be Sonia. The girls in Beverly Hills. You have Camille lurking. And anytime the girls in Beverly Hills get a little too relaxed, you send Camille in. So we're not going anywhere. Atlanta's going to be Atlanta. Teresa and the ladies in New Jersey are going to do that. Michael Darby and the housewives in Potomac, they're going to continue to stir things up. And the OC is nuts and doubt. We have plenty to go around. So we just have to get past it today. Listen, the NBA survived without Michael Jordan. Okay,
you're right.
I know you're not a sports person. Ask Donnie about it.
I am. I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
Of course.
So you know. So if the NBA could survive without Michael Jordan, we can just hang on for a couple of seasons without Bethenny. I just don't like what you're insinuating. I don't like it, and I dealt with enough in the last. It's like 16 hours.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry
hours.
to hurt you more. I know I twisted the knife in you, Michael, and I'm sorry. What about this possible option? And then I'll let you go. But what about taking like a Nene and bringing her to replace Bethenny?
No, you can't do that. It doesn't work. That's when we get too contrived. I mean, I wouldn't mind a trip. I wouldn't mind Atlanta and New York and some Jersey people. They put them on a cruise. Or
like an all-star
to Spain or something like that for like a short-term thing. But you can't mix and match that because at the end of the day, they all do have their interpersonal relationships, and that's what makes the show good. And we've seen them grow up together, and those details and the minutia. The getting to know you phase is boring. We like that they all have a familiarity with each other. So, I mean, I'm not saying Nene can't come to New York for a couple of episodes, but she can't join that cast. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Well, I trust you more than anybody. Michael Rapaport, I want to talk about your stand-up comedy. Where is it going to be? In California?
I'm on tour doing stand-up comedy. I'm in Brea, California at the Improv in Brea. Then I'm going to Phoenix the 13th and 14th. I'll be in New York in the fall, and the entire schedule is available at michaelrapaportcomedy.com. And I'm on tour the rest of the year. And when I come to New York, rest assured, Miss McCarthy Wahlberg, we will be sitting down face to face to break these things down. And like I said, I don't like any fake news that you're kind of trying to spew. I don't like it. Please don't do it. People are all fragile today. It's a fragile day. Please. It
is a fragile day. My flag is half, mast today. Trust me. I also want to come to your show too. So when you're in New York, I'll be sitting front row. His podcast, I Am Rapaport, and also on Instagram. You guys have to follow him if you haven't. It's one of my favorite next to Cardi B. Michael Rapaport, thank you so much. And I'm wearing black in honor of you today and Bethenny. I know you're in mourning. Thank you so much, my friend.
Me too. Namaste.
All right. Thank you so much, sweetie. I'll talk to you soon.